Let us start the day to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in different time frames. So friends, first of all, I would like to analyze the movements of natural gas futures in the 15-minute time frame here. So here you can see that how the natural gas futures started the last week with a small gap up where the natural gas futures have finally kept the upside for the natural gas flows at the level of 9.547. Since then, the natural gas futures continued to test this resistance but could not find a breakout well above this level and continued to remain under selling pressure where the natural gas futures finally tested a low at the level of 8.886 on August 30th, and from here, after finding a base at the level of 8.923, once again the natural gas futures continued to find a breakout but could not sustain well above the level of 9.154, and finally once again tested a low at the level of 8.819 and once again tried to move upward and finally found a breakout well above the 200 days moving average on September 1st and tested a high at the level of 9.372, and from here once again the natural gas futures found stiff resistance well above the level of 9.372. So here I find that the immediate resistance will be at the level of 9.422, and here I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to sustain well above the level of the 9.442, so friends, here you can see that how the natural gas futures finally tested a low on Friday at the level of 8.614, and from here we have seen a sharp bounce back once again, but the upside was quite limited when the natural gas futures finally closed the week well at the level of 8.893. So friends, here you can see that how the natural gas futures are still trading well below the low end of Ichimoku route, which looks evident enough for the continuity of selling spree during the upcoming week. But here I find that we could start the upcoming week well with a gap up opening well above the levels of the 9.144. As on Friday, Russia announced to shut Nord Stream 1 pipeline for an undisclosed period as it found leaks during maintenance. This pipeline supplies natural gas to Germany and other countries which are hoping to build gas stocks before winter. So therefore, I find that this news flow could result in a gap up opening on the first trading session of the upcoming week, where I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to find a system move well above the immediate resistance at the level of 9.265, we'll see a sharp sell-off from here, where the next resistance will be seen at the level of 9.372. Undoubtedly, the natural gas bears could turn more aggressive from here, and here I find that the sharp sell-off could continue during the first trading session, and here I find that if the natural gas futures find a breakdown well above the immediate support at the level of 8.620, we'll see this downward trend to continue, and my second expected opening zone for the upcoming week will be at the level of 8.838, where I find that the natural gas futures could continue to take sharp price swings during the upcoming week, where a breakdown well below the levels of 7.888 will confirm the continuity of a downward trend during the upcoming week. And on the upper side, I find that if the natural gas futures are able to sustain well above the levels of 9.4, we'll see this uptrend to continue up to the end of this week. But undoubtedly, there could be sell-off amid this uptrend. But here I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to find a breakout well above the levels of 9.374 on the first trading session of the upcoming week, we will see this downward trend to continue. First, now let us check this move in a daily time frame. So here in the daily time frame, here you can see that how the natural gas futures have finally found a sharp downward move well below the 26 days moving average on Friday and tested a low at the level of 8.620. But from here, a sharp bounce back was seen on Friday. So friends, here I find that if the natural gas futures start the upcoming week well above the levels of the 9.163, we'll see this uptrend to continue, where the immediate resistance will be seen at the levels of the 9.387, from where a sharp sell-off can be seen, and here I find that a breakdown well below the levels of the 8.619 will continue this downward trend. So here I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to defend next support at the levels of the 8.467, we'll see this downward trend to continue during the whole week. week, where the next major support can be seen at the lower end of Ichimoku cloud, which is currently at $7.503. And here a breakdown well below this level will continue a sharp slide during the whole month of September, where the next major support can be seen at the 200 days moving average, which is currently at $7.788. So friends, here I find that in the daily time frame, volatility could remain extremely higher, where the wide price swings could be seen during the whole week, but the price range could be extended well from the levels of $6.204 to $9.4 on the upper side, and on the lower side I find that if the natural gas futures start the upcoming week with a gap down opening well below the 26 days moving average, you will see this downward trend to continue, where the next support can be seen at the levels of $7.942, and here a breakdown well below this level will continue to drag down the natural gas futures up to the levels of $7.171 during the upcoming week, from where we could expect a sharp bounce back from the levels of $6.893. From here, a sharp bouncing move could be there, but undoubtedly the overall trend could remain bearish if the natural gas futures are not able to sustain well above the levels of $8.499. We'll see this downward trend to continue. So friends, now let us check this move in a weekly time frame. So here in the weekly time frame, here you can see that how the natural gas futures formed an exhaustive candle during the last week after testing a high at the 10.005. But here you can see that how we have seen a sharp sell-off from here, and finally the natural gas futures found a downward move during the last week, where this exhaustive candle has got confirmation. With the formation of this bearish candle, exhaustion has been confirmed to continue during the upcoming week. Undoubtedly we could find an upward move well up to the levels of the 9.294, but here I find that once again a sell-off could start that may continue to drag down the natural gas futures up to the lows of the 7.287. So this will be my expected trading zone for the upcoming week, from the levels of $9.294 on the upper side, and on the lower side this could test the levels of $7.245. So friends, here I find that the natural gas futures could find an extended trading zone during the upcoming week, where the final support can be seen at the 26 days moving average, from where a sharp reversal could be seen. And on the upper side I find that if the natural gas futures are not able to find a breakout well above the levels of $9.294 during the upcoming week, we will see this downward trend to continue. Otherwise I find that the next resistance can be seen at the levels of $9.535, from where once again the sell-off could start to drag down the natural gas futures towards the levels of $8.5. So thank you friends, thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.